गोपीजनवल्लभा गिरिवरधारी गोपीजनवल्लभा गिरिवरधारी यशोदानन्दन व्रजजनरञ्जन यशोदानन्दन व्रजजनरञ्जन यमुनातीरवनचारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी राधा माधव गोपीजनवल्लभा गिरिवरधारी गोपीजनवल्लभा गिरिवरधारी यशोदानन्दन व्रजजनरञ्जन यशोदानन्दन व्रजजनरञ्जन यमुनातीरवनचारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जयं विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य स्तोत्र शतश्री श्रीमद् भय चरणारविंद भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी शील प्रभुपाद की श्रीमद् भागवतम महापुराणम की समवेत भक्तवृंद की निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि। ओम अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषशून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे वंशाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो महवदन्याय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नाम्ने गौरतिषे नमः। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमस्तुते। तप्तकाञ्चन गौरांगी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। मदेकबन्धुमत्सङ्गीन् मद्गुरो मन्महाधन मन्निस्तारकमद्भाग्य मदानन्दनमस्तुते। असाधु साधुतादायिन् अति नीच तारक हानमञ्च कदाचिन्मां प्रेम्णारित्कण्ठय स्फुरा। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। Hare Krishna. Today we are reading from Canto 1, Chapter 14, text number 37. जत्पादशुश्रूषणमुख्यकर्मणा सत्यादयद्यष्टसहस्रजोषितः निर्जित्य संख्ये त्रिदशांस्तदाशिषो हरन्ति वज्रायुधवल्लभोचिता। यत्पादशुश्रूषणमुख्यकर्मणा सत्यादयद्वेष्टसहस्रयोषितः निर्जित्य संख्ये त्रिदशांस्तदाशिषो हरन्ति वज्रायुधवल्लभोचिताः यत्पादशुश्रूषणमुख्यकर्मणा सत्यादयो द्व्यष्टसहस्रयोषितः निर्जित्य संख्ये त्रिदशांस्तदाशिषो हरन्ति वज्रायुधवल्लभोचिताः Please repeat. Mataji's. Hare Krishna. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki Ijat whose pada feet Shusrushana administration of comforts Mukhya the most important Karmanam by the acts of Satyadaya queens headed by Satyabhama Dviyasta twice 8 Sahasra 1000 Yoshitaha, the fair sex. Nirjitya, by subduing. Sankhye, in the battle. Tridasan, of the denizens of heaven. Tat ashisah, what is enjoyed by the demigods. Haranti, do take away. Vajrayudha vallabha, the wives of the personality who controls the thunderbolt. Uchitaha, deserving. Translation: simply by administering comforts at the lotus feet of the Lord, which is the most important of all services. The queens at Dwaraka, headed by Satyabhama, induced the Lord to conquer the demigods. Thus, the queens enjoy things which are prerogatives of the wives of the controller of thunderbolts. Purport: Satyabhama, one of the principal queens of Lord Sri Krishna at Dwaraka. After killing Narakasura, Lord Krishna visited the palace of Narakasura, accompanied by Satyabhama. He went to Indraloka also with Satyabhama, and she was received by Sachidevi, who introduced her to the mother of the demigods, Aditi. Aditi was very much pleased with Satyabhama, and she blessed her with the benediction of permanent youth as long as Lord Krishna remained on the earth. Aditi also took her with her to show her the special prerogatives of the demigods and the heavenly planets. When Satyabhama saw the parijata flower, she desired to have it in her palace at Dwaraka. After that, she came back to Dwaraka along with her husband and expressed her willingness to have the parijat flower at her palace. Satyabhama's palace was especially bedecked with valuable jewels, and even in the hottest season of summer, the inside of the palace remained cool as if air conditioned. She decorated her palace with various flags heralding the news of her great husband's presence there. Once, along with her husband, she met Draupadi, and she was anxious to be instructed by Draupadi in the way and means of pleasing her husband. Draupadi was expert in this affair because she kept 5 husbands, the Pandavas, and all were very much pleased with her. On receipt of Draupadi's instructions, she was very much pleased and offered her good wishes and returned to Dwaraka. She was the daughter of Satyajit. After the departure of Lord Krishna, when Arjuna visited Dwaraka, all the queens, including Satyabhama and Rukmini, lamented for the Lord with great feeling. At the last stage of her life, she left for the forest to undergo severe penance. Satyabhama instigated her husband to get the Parijat flower from the heavenly planets. And the Lord got it even by force from the demigods. As a common husband secures things to please his wife, as already explained, the Lord had very little to do with so many wives to carry out their orders like an ordinary man. But because the queens accepted the high quality of devotional service, namely administering the Lord all comforts, the Lord played the part of a faithful and complete husband. No earthly creature can expect to have things from the heavenly kingdom, especially the Parijat flowers, which are simply to be used by the demigods. But due to their becoming the Lord's faithful wives, all of them enjoyed the special prerogatives of the great wives of the denizens of heaven. In other words, since the Lord is the proprietor of everything within this creation, it is not very astonishing for the queens of Dwaraka to have any rare thing from any part of the universe. Jatpada susrushana mukhya karmanam satyadayadvyasta sahasra joshitaha nirjitya sankhet dasangstadashisaho haranti vajra yudhavallabho chita. Jatpada susrushana mukhya karmana. So, here the description is given that Jasya pada susrushanamevam mukhyam means service unto the lotus feet of Krishna is the main work. The devotees of the Lord don't take interest in any other activity, no karma, no jnana, no practice of yoga, no austerity, no penances. Or their only business is to serve the lotus feet of the Lord. Therefore it says, Jasya pada susrushanam evam mukhyam. Who are doing that? Especially here, Yudhishthira Maharaj is saying that these wives in Dwaraka, Satyabhama, Rukmini and others, they were fully dedicated in serving the lotus feet of Krishna. And then Sridhar Swami says, Tapadibhya sreshtham jat karma tena. There are spiritual practitioners, so-called spiritual practitioners, who take to the process of austerities and penances, thinking that is greater than devotional service. They don't have proper understanding about the glories of devotional service. Therefore, here it is clearly explained that, my dear sir, don't waste your time just unnecessarily performing some penances and austerities. Try to see here in the pages of Srimad Bhagavatam, it is said that tapa adibhya sreshtham. This service unto the lotus feet of Krishna is far superior to performing austerities and penances. Huh? Jat karma tena. Such kind of devotional service which were meant for the satisfaction of Krishna were undertaken by the wives of Krishna in Dwaraka, and because they served Krishna faithfully in devotional service, that's why Nirjitya Sankhye Trisangs Tadashisho Haranti Vajrayudha Vallavi Vallabhochita. Vajrayudha Vallabhochita Ashisha. Ashisha. Here, Ashisha means those opulences which are enjoyed by the wives of the denizens of the heaven, like Indra and other demigods, their wives, they enjoy the heavenly happiness. And because these wives of Krishna in Dwaraka, they served Krishna for his satisfaction, just for his pleasure, they engaged themselves. Therefore, they were qualified to enjoy the prerogatives of the wives of the demigods of the heaven. So in that way, you can imagine this is the glory of devotional service. As we said, Jatpada Sastrusana Mukhya Karmana Satyadeva Dvashta Sahasra Yushita. Satyadeva Dvashta Sahasra. 16,000 wives, they enjoyed this. Dvashta Sahasra. Dvashta means 8 plus 8 is equal to 16, then 1,000, that means 16,000. Sahasra Joshita. These wives, they were engaged in serving Krishna. In scripture it is said that Aradhita jadi harim tapasas tato kim. If one in the meantime is engaged in the worship of Krishna with full surrender, then tapasas tato kim. What is the use of the austerities? Naradhita jadi haris harim tapasas tato kim. On the other hand, one may be engaged in practicing so many penance and austerities, but if he has not learned to surrender and serve the Supreme Lord, then all the austerities and penances are useless. Antar bahir jadi haris tatata tapasam tatoh kim. One who is able to see the Lord inside and outside. Means, whatever he does, anywhere he goes, sthavara jangam dekhe na dekhe tar murti sarvatra hoy nijashta devaspurti. He is in perfect relationship with his worshipful Lord. Such a devotee, he sees the Lord everywhere and in everything, in every aspect of life. And then here it is said, for such a devotee, antar bahi jadi harim. Wherever, inside and outside, everywhere, he is able to see the Lord. Tapasas tatakim. So there is no need for him to perform any austerities. That means, if one who has not learned the art of seeing God everywhere, in everything, then what is the value of such austerities? No value. That means the human form of life is meant for God realization. That is the only business of the human being. Unfortunately, people in the world today, they find different types of engagements for their sense gratification, but they have no time for God realization. for Krishna conscious practices. Such kind of sensuous people, they try to blame Krishna. When they see such kind of narrations in the pages of Srimad Bhagavatam, for them, Krishna is none other than a hand-picked husband, as if he is just ready to do anything and everything just like a sensual man. This is their understanding. Because their consciousness is polluted in this world, which cannot go beyond the sense perception, and they try to see everything. Atmavat manyate jagat. There is a statement. People that always try to see others through their little window. What they have experienced, what they see, what they know. They try to judge everybody. Oh, he must be like this, he must be like that, he must, because I am like that. That he doesn't say. That's a problem. But Atmavat manyate jagat. And what do they say? They say, Krishna is just like an ordinary human being. See how many wives he had. You want to know? He is not like you. How did he? It is said, no? Satya devadvyasta sahasroshita. Nirjitya sankhye. Krishna, he married all these, Mahisis, and he kept them in Dwaraka, 16,000 and more than 16,000. He fought in the battle and he got them. Here the description has been given, Satyadayo, starting with Satyabhama. Satya means Satyabhama. So, almost, every wife Krishna got after fighting. And here the pastime have been spoken. Let us understand those who say Krishna is like a henpecked husband, now try to understand. Here also Prabhupada explains that Satyabhama instigated her husband to get the Parijata flower from the heavenly planets. And that's how he went and got the Parijata tree from the garden of Indra, right? So the story has been defined in this 10th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. This Narakasura, who is also known as Bhaumasura. This Bhaumasura was very powerful. Normally demons are always powerful. Nowadays also you can see. These demons are appearing in a different way. People don't realize them, they are demons. They are actually demons. All these disturbances created in the world today, whole humanity is suffering because of the demoniac attack. Demons create disturbance for the humanity. And demigods also. So this demon, this Bhaumasura, he was so powerful that he took the umbrella of Varuna and he took the earring of the mother of the demigods, Aditi. And he was so powerful that he conquered the heavenly mount, a portion of the heavenly mount Meru, that is known as Maniparvata, and kept under his possession. So as you know, Indra, when he is helpless, he will always try to get somebody's favor. So he came to Dwaraka and he approached Krishna. Krishna, please help me. What is going on? This Bhaumasura is taking away everything from us. Krishna said, all right, no problem. I'll help you. So Krishna, he came and he actually fought with Bhaumasura. If you read this 10th canto, there is a detailed description given about how this demon had made his palace invincible from any enemy. Huh? Like nowadays the demons are planning, they want to control this earth. Nobody should interfere with their plan. Just a few. They want to control this earth because they want to enjoy everything. Even though they say, oh, you can also enjoy with us. Yeah, you become part of the demon family, then you can also enjoy. No problem, we will share. Same policy. Demon, he was not alone. The Mura and others, demons, were also with him, and they were, enjoying. Everywhere, the concept is same. Demon world and devotee world. Devotees are thinking always how to serve Krishna. Demons are thinking how to enjoy separately from Krishna. They want to take all Krishna's property under their possession for their sense gratification. Anyway, this is going on since time immemorial. It will continue, and we should not bother about that. We should do our thing. Okay. So coming back to the story. So when Krishna came to the capital of Bhaumasur, and he came with the Garuda. It is explained that Krishna was fighting, riding on the back of Garuda. And the Garuda, by slashing his feather, he was able to kill many of the demons. And finally, this Bhaumasur had to come out. And when he fought, then as you know, he was also killed. Then the mother of Bhaumasura, Mother Earth, she came and she presented the umbrella and earring and offered prayer to Lord Krishna. Krishna was very pleased. And then after taking the earring and umbrella, Krishna said, Satyabhama, let's go to heaven. Because Indra had come, no? Indra wanted. So Krishna, he brought Satyabhama with him. It's a very funny thing, right? Krishna, why? He's going to fight with a demon, he's bringing Satyabhama with him. So the story is, Krishna is very protective to the interest of his devotees. So one time Narad Muni, he brought one parijat flower from the heaven and he gave it to Rukmini. And then when Satyabhama saw this, oh, Rukmini has got a very beautiful flower, very fragrant, coming from the heaven. So she told Krishna, I also want this. Krishna said, why are you crying for just one flower? I can give you whole tree. Just wait. So this is the plan Krishna is making now. That no, Indra is telling that, this guy has stolen my mother's earring. So Krishna is going. So he, after rescuing the earring, he went to the heavenly planet. And Sachidevi, she greeted Satyabhama very nicely and introduced her to Mother Aditi. And also she took her around in the heaven to, just like you go to in this world I have seen sometimes, you go to a very, highly, opulent man's house. He has a nice garden, so many things are there. He'll say, Prabhu, just come, let's see. He has a big factory. Prabhu, let's go to the factory. So he wants to show the opulence. Okay? So she's also showing the opulence of heaven. And then after the tour in the heaven was completed, so Krishna was returning back. Then another time he remembered, oh, I had promised Satyabhama, I have to do something here. So he just went and, uprooted the entire tree, not one flower. He had told, no, why are you crying for one flower? I will give a whole tree. So Krishna uprooted the whole flower and put it on the back of Garuda and he started flying. And the demigods Indra and others, they say, hey, Krishna came now, he is taking away Parijata tree from our garden. They all were rushing behind and they were trying to fight with Krishna. So Prabhupada gives a very nice comment here. They said, see, look, this is how the materialists, they enjoy. Huh? See, his mother's earring was stolen by a demon. He could not do anything. Krishna came, helped him, brought the earring back, and even gave back the umbrella of Varuna. Now he has taken one flower tree from your garden. He is Supreme Lord. Why are you crying? And you see, those people who are blind, or blinded by the material opulence, and they fight with Krishna, they cannot even fight with Krishna. It is explained in Bhagavatam. Indra was so angry, he attacked with his vajra actually, weapon. And it is said that Garuda was so fast. When Garuda understood that now there is an attack coming, he picked one feather from his body and threw at the vajra. And that one feather was enough to destroy the vajra. And before vajra could come near even Garuda landed in Dwaraka with the tree. So nobody can fight with Krishna. This is so unfortunate situation today in the world. People, due to the lack of Krishna consciousness, they are actually fighting with Krishna. This world is Krishna's world. This is not your world. First of all, try to understand. The body what you have got, that is also not your body. That body has been given to you by Krishna. That intelligence which you are polluting by your selfish desires, that intelligence also has been given to you by Krishna. Everything. Who gave you this courage to create this havoc in this world? You will have to go through the severe punishment, just wait. Krishna will never leave you. Krishna never leaves anyone. He takes care of everybody. He takes care of the demons, he takes care of his devotees. Because Krishna takes care of his devotees, that's why he does everything for his devotees. You see, Krishna, it is explained in Srimad Bhagavatam, Krishna is dealing with his devotees. That when a devotee comes to the platform of prema, he exchanges different emotions with the Lord while serving. At that time, he accepts Lord as his own. Madhyata Mayi Bhava. Means, he doesn't see anything else but Krishna. He doesn't do anything but only and only satisfying and pleasing Krishna. That's the only goal in his life, remains at that stage. And the exchange of bhava, emotion at that time, it is explained in Ujjal Nilamani. Sarvada dhvangsa rahita satyapi dhvangsa karane. Even though there is cause for hindrance, but the loving exchange between Krishna and his devotees remain unhindered. Satyapi dhvangsa karane. Such is the strong attraction between Krishna and his devotees. So a sensual person who is hankering for sensual pleasure in this world, He does not know that that is lasting desire, that so-called love in this world is not unhindered. At any time it can break, also breaking we can see it. But the devotion, the exchange, loving devotion, exchange of loving devotion between Krishna and his devotees remains unhindered in any circumstance, even though there is a cause of hindrance. Then, why not Krishna takes care of such devotees? Here it is explained that when Krishna sees this devotee is so eager to serve me wholeheartedly and he is doing everything for my satisfaction, for my pleasure, Krishna takes personal interest to ensure that this devotee is protected, his interests are also protected. It's not a question of Krishna having lust in his mind, that's why he is behaving with the Mahishis in that way. My dear sir, try to understand. You try, you serve Krishna for his satisfaction, even in this world. Iha jasya harirdasya karmana manasagira nikhila swapyavasthasu jivan mukta sauchyate. While in this world, in this body, you engage your body, mind, words, everything. Nikhila swapyavasthasu. In any circumstance, whatever you do with your body, mind and words, just simply try to serve Krishna. Make the goal of life is just I want to please him. Nikhila swapyavasthasu jivan mukta sauchyate. Even though he is in this material world, still he is considered he is jivan mukta. He is liberated. Why? Actually, Krishna, he ensures that such a surrendered soul is always protected. Now imagine, when Krishna protects his devotee, then the devotee is thinking, now I need to serve more to my Lord. Right? So when devotee is serving more to Krishna for his satisfaction, then Krishna becomes more pleased, then he tries to please his devotee. When devotee's happiness increases, then devotee is thinking, now I need to serve him more. And that kind of exchange, competition is transcendental. That is not an experience of this material world. Just like people sometimes think, oh, you please my senses, I will please to your senses. Okay, you cook something nice for me, I will also cook something nice for you. Take 1 rasagulla, 2 rasagulla, 10 rasagulla, after that, no, enough. Can you eat more? No. But in the spiritual world, you can eat unlimited. There will be no satisfaction of hunger. This you cannot understand, being in this world, because you are within a boundary. Try to understand this. That's why in this world, everybody is accustomed to think or do things with a boundary, with a limit. They cannot conceive anything unlimited here because they are limited. That's why they try to see Krishna with their limited vision also. This is foolishness. You cannot understand unlimited with your limited brain capacity. So this is spiritual world. When you serve, Krishna is pleased. Krishna will make you happy. When you are happy, we want to serve more. Krishna is also going to again make you happy. So this is the exchange between Krishna and his devotee. You see, if Krishna is attached to these 16,108 wives in Dwaraka, how did he leave Dwaraka for months altogether and was staying in Hastinapur with Arjuna? You know this story, right? He would stay for months. A man who has got 16,000 wives to take care, and he can live for months. He can go away from his house for months together. No problem. Do you think he is an ordinary human being? This is foolishness. So, here, Krishna, being induced by Satyabhama, he conquered the demigods and he presented the prerogatives of the wives of the denizens of heaven. Because Krishna loves his devotees. Krishna is a person. He is not without feeling. Some people that do not know who is God. God is a person. If you are a person, you have a feeling. Why Krishna cannot have feeling? Yes, Krishna can also have feeling. So in that way, when we serve Krishna, Krishna also protects his devotees. So engage your body, mind, words, intelligence, everything in serving Krishna and wait to receive the blessing from Krishna. Thank you very much. Any question or comment? Yes.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for wonderful class. I had one small little doubt about Satyabhama's visit while, when Krishna is going to kill Narakasur. Somewhere I heard that Satyabhama and Bhumi, Bhumi is manifestation of Satyabhama. Bhumi, Mother Earth, is expansion of Satyabhama. That's why Krishna took Satyabhama with him. Because in turn, Narakasur would be son of Satyabhama. Is there any connection?
I don't know. I have to see that.
Okay. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Prabhu, at the outset it was told that austerities and penances in the absence of devotion service is mere waste. So unless one should be strictly follow the austerities and penances, how it is possible to go in advance in the transcendental way? How to reach the Krishna without the austerities and penances?
See, here austerities and penances means devoid of Krishna consciousness. Like for example, in our Krishna consciousness, this Ekadashi, Upavas, that's an austerity. Following 4 regulative principles. What is this? This is a big austerity for Kali Yuga entity. What do you mean by austerity? Austerity means just going to the Himalayan mountain, standing on one leg, raising your 2 arms up, looking at the sun and chanting Om, that is austerity? Or hiding in a cave for months together not eating, is that austerity? What is the use of such austerity? This is why they are practically following these 4 regulative principles. Because Bhagavatam says, and then chant 16 rounds every day is also a kind of austerity. Many people cannot chant 16 rounds. So these kind of austerities people have to take. Here in Kali Yuga, forget about the Satya Yuga, Dwapara Yuga austerities people used to perform. Those austerities are no more applicable. Nobody can undergo such kind of austerities nowadays in this age of Kali. Only austerity, simple austerity in Krishna consciousness is following 4 regulative principles, walking up for Mangalarti even during this cold season, winter season, chanting 16 rounds, accepting only prasadam. That is also an austerity. Some people, they cannot even follow this much austerity. Going from Mayapur to Calcutta on the way, I need to eat something on the hotel. Traveling 1 night journey in train, somehow or other we have to. Taking just 1 or 2 hours flight, we have to take food from the flight. This is austerity. What austerity? Take only Krishna Prasad. These kind of austerities are necessary in Krishna consciousness. Or some people artificially they try to, Once in every 15-day coming Ekadashi, if I doing fasting for one day, there is so much, then why not I just spend 1 week fasting? I want to do austerity. Krishna is not asking you to do 1 week austerity. He is saying just first Ekadashi day. Chandrayana Vrata I should do. Why you should do Chandrayana Vrata? No need. Those kind of austerities are not essential in this age of Kali. Those austerities which have been recommended by the acharyas, we have to practice in relation to Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam. Prabhuji, we know that the demons are envious of Lord and the demigods are devotees of Lord. But in the case of Indra, in the context of the story you told, and it is mentioned in the Bhagavatam that when Lord carried that Parijat tree, so why Indra or the demigods became envious? How we can understand that?
That is because they are interested only their interest, no? They want to enjoy. Demons are only desirous to keep things for themselves. And here in the demigod, in the heavenly planet, demigods are highly possessive about their material opulence. That's why it is said that, even the demigods from the heaven, they desire to take birth in the earthly planet. Why? Because the influence of the opulence in the heaven is such that it makes them forget about the Supreme Lord. They cannot focus. They are blinded. In this world you can see somebody who is born in a very highly opulent family, it's very hard for them to take up Krishna consciousness. Their material opulence always swallowing their mind. And they are not able to serve Krishna. So that is the envy created due to the strong urge to enjoy heavenly happiness. That's why they couldn't see. That's what I said. You see, Krishna killed the demon, brought the earring back to him. Just few hours before, he knows that my mother has received her earring. Now he is going to fight with the same. Even a materialist in this world, he will not be so nasty like Indra. This is the madness created or intoxication created by the opulence. That's why we have to protect ourselves from the material opulence. Okay, thank you very much. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Rama, Hare Hare. Srimad Bhagavatam ki